Hi everybody, Dave here from Memorial Style Tarot. Today I'm going to talk about the pages in the tarot deck. The pages in the tarot deck are something that a lot of people will draw a blank on. They'll not know what to think of when that card immediately comes up. If you haven't memorized the different meanings, then sometimes you're caught off guard with regards to what it is. So here I want to just simplify it down to its raw elements in order to give you an idea that you'll always have something to fall back on. You'll always be able to find meaning in these cards if you follow a couple of these little techniques. So first off, take a look back at my card collection. You'll find that I've identified each one of these cards both upright and reversed. But here I'm simply going to talk about the elements. So as we know, there's 4 of these different ones. So here we're going to have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, okay, so let's talk about them all. Every single one of the pages is a young person. It's not a kid, it's not an adult, but it's in that in-between phase. So it'd be almost from puberty to about 25. Think of it as when they first enter that phase, that's the type of person that they tell the parent what's going on. They're that 13, 14-year-old that says, I know how to do this. Okay, that's the start of where the pages is. The 25-year-old is where when we look at the mature side of the page, we're looking at that person that thinks they can conquer the world. They're going off to college, they've started their new jobs, and they're just starting to run into the roadblocks associated with life. They're starting to realize that, oh, I guess it doesn't work that way. Pages are in that phase of, oh yeah, I can work however I want it to work. But when you get to the knights, you're dealing with the area of, it works this way. Here's the way it works. I know how this works now. And yet the pages are in that innocent, idealistic ages. So think of all the people you know of those particular ages. And then come back around to the wands. So now thinking of that category and thinking about wands, the wands are going to express fire. The element of fire. It's the element of passion. Think about the astrology signs. Think about Aries. Think about Leo. Think about Sagittarius. The qualities associated with those 3 signs can be found in that particular card. But it's generally on the more naive side, the more innocent side. So think of the age group and think how that age group would approach those particular ways of being a Sagittarian type of person. They're like, I gotta have my freedom. And they're going to always jump out there and fight for that freedom. They're going to charge into the events. They're going to be super passionate about things. And if you flip it around, you'll find that they may be lacking that. They may be expressing it in a negative form, or they could be basically missing that characteristic. It's not there. It's not being fostered. Or you could look at it in the point of view of the negative attributes of the sign. So for instance, that Aries sign may be a little too forceful, a little too pushy, not thinking deeply into the situation. So elemental sign of fire. Go to the next one. The pentacles are the coins. Here we're dealing with earth. We're dealing with the manifesting of things. We're dealing with what we touch and what we do. So when you're thinking about this particular one, think again of that person that's just starting out in life. They think they know what's going on. They just got a job and they're just starting to make money. Or they just came up with something that they just sold and it just made them some money. Or they have the ideas of how to make money. They know they can make money and they're going to tell you how they're going to make money, but they have no experience of actually making money. Reversed might be the opposite, and it's not just stuck on making money, but it's about how you would act things out. So think about Taurus energy. Think about, let's see, Virgo's earth sign. Think about Capricorn. These are the ones that are about the senses. They're going to realize the things in life. They're going to smell their way into it. They're going to taste it. They're going to touch it. They're going to put their hands on it. They're going to feel it. They're going to be involved with that tactile sense of interacting with it. That is right in line with the energy of earth energy associated with that particular suit. Going to the next one. Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. What do we have here? We have, again, that young person in the realm of the mind, how they're thinking, how they're talking, how they communicate, what their body language is, how they interact with technology. It's that type of person. It would be the person that thinks they know how it's done, but have no experience. They haven't gone into it. They haven't touched it. They haven't tasted it. They don't know what it really is, but they would simply tell you how it's done anyway. They would think that they would know what it is rather than knowing how it's done. Going quickly through the swords, we'll go to the cups. The cups is going to be that same thing again. So now we have that person that comes along and says, they are emotional about something and they really don't know why. Or they're emotional about something and they know how the emotions work. They'll play with the emotions. So think about the Cancerian person that is a nurturer. They don't have a lot of communication ability, but they're going to understand that we have to feel our way into this. Or you can take it over to, let's see, for the page, that second energy would be, what's that second sign? The second one is Scorpio. So it could be that with Scorpion type energy, they're really going to dig into the issues and they're going to poke and prod until they move the emotions within you or within themselves. That last one would be Pisces, which is the more mature side of it, which is going to be going with the flow, but not really being able to make a decision, wanting to make everybody comfortable. So that water sign is going to flow into somebody that you would think would be in that idealistic age of their life. So all four of these are, they come with those basic functionality, that basic element. That basic element is, it's a young person that can stand on their own, but they're not mature enough to really take care of themselves. It is that young person that thinks they know how the world is run, but they haven't really run the world. It is that person that thinks that they know how to run the business, but they really haven't. They have no experience. And when you see them behaving on that way, you see them doing immature things. You see them making the mistakes. So all of these cards too can be a messenger. It can be somebody in your life coming to share something with you, somebody in your life that's taking you on an adventure. It could be characteristics within yourself that the cards want to show you. No matter how you look at it, the cards are showing you this particular trait, these elements, this type of personality trait for whatever question you've asked, in whatever position you have. When these cards come up, these basic functional aspects, those basic elemental aspects should be the first things that come to mind. And then if you can, go into the deeper story, go into the keywords, go into all the other things that you've memorized or have experience with regards to these cards. Anyway, if you like this, feel free to leave a comment or take a look at my Kings and Queens video. I'm hoping to do a Knights video before too long. If you like this video, I would love your support. The easiest way to do that is to click on the like button or subscribe to this channel. Another option would be to share this video with a friend. Let people know that I have this channel. Another way that you can stay in touch is to register on Amor Style Tarot. When you do, you get all the definitions and symbols of the cards for free. And if you like that, I even have the astrology reel. On the astrology reel, I'll run your planets for you, put them on the website so that you get content that is catered for you with regards to astrology. I also have some very low-cost ways of being able to support me in my work. One of them is to buy my book. I have A Loving Saint, Sai Baba, on Amazon. I am the illustrator of this particular book. And as you can see, it's fully illustrated and it's a short children's book. Or buy an astrology report from me. Send me an email. I sell in one package for a cheap price of $30, a Cosmo report of major life themes, the Edgar Cayce past life, and an Indra report. If you'd like to see how I interpret cards, I also sell tarot readings through my Amor Style Tarot website. If you like the tarot cards themselves or the images on the card, I'm raising funds to take this deck to print. If you happen to live in the area, feel free to come to my Sunday yoga class at Zen Rock Fitness in Redmond. Or if you're in town and you just want to talk tarot, buy me a latte at Soul Food Coffee House. And finally, thank you for your support.